I say in my programs, write pseudocode or to do for the exercise. Well, quite often I get programs where it's obvious people have put in commenting and to-dos after they've solved the problem. I'm going to start putting in these. Please show me a pencil sketch of figuring out the algorithm. Once you've figured the algorithm, an algorithm is a solution to a problem. And if you can do that on paper, it's easy peasy to put it in computer code. But if you try to juggle everything in your head while you're doing a complex thing, it's much harder than doing it on paper. You notice that whenever I'm working with somebody, I grab paper and start drawing things.
Yeah, I'm writing it out.
Writing it out. So in this case, I kind of give it to you. You know, you say you take any non-negative or non-zero number and name it num. So what does that mean that we have to do in our first part? Andy? I'm going through how you create the algorithm. I'm going to do it in Notepad because I don't really I have a screen here where I can do stuff, but I'm not so good at that. I'm much better just typing. Oops, I got
Take any non-negative and non-zero integer.
So how do you do that?
Anything that has to be an integer higher than 0.
Right. So what would that mean as you're writing out your little algorithm? Oh, I should keep that.
I would assign the variable as an integer and probably do a if num is greater than 0.
Yeah, very good. So my recommendation, and I'm going to have people do it on paper because I could do this on paper. It's just hard to show because I don't have my tablet with me. So this is a Python program, right? Doesn't matter what it is. So I'll just call it Collatz. Py. All right. So I've given you how to figure out the algorithm. So Andy has gotten the first step, right? So if we were to do a to-do here, Mr. Andy, what would it be? What's the first thing that we're going to do?
Initialize variable.
Do we have to initialize variables in Python?
It's Python?
Yeah, Python. Yeah, I know. We don't have to initialize variables. So it says take any non-negative number, non-zero integer and name it num. Do I have this divided into two parts? Do we do it manually first? Because I quite often do that. It's a good idea to do hard-coded version first. Oh, now I've lost my program again. There it is. Oh, no. Nope, I go all the way. Yeah, let's do it that way. Ah, I practically give you the answer here. What's up with that? Okay, so Mr. Andy, the first thing we're going to do is
ask for the input or the number.
Right. Once we have the input, we are going to
if it's greater than 0, keep it. If it's not, ask for another number.
It also has to be an integer.
Yeah. Well, I figured you just do the integer on the input.
Ask for integer input from user. Yeah. So we got two things solved. That we know how to do. The whole program is a little interesting. Has to be positive integer. And 0 is not positive. Anyway, that's getting a little bit long, but you get the idea. All right. So now we have this one. And Sonia, what should we do here? We don't have to be precise. See how I just kind of typed in what Andy said? So just say it in words. But make it a little more programmy like pseudocode like. You were starting out right. If
even number equals even, then you move on and go to
well, I'll just do it.
then go then
And the
This is-
formula's right here.
And
You
then
do.
you put a number, you put a for loop where it loops through numbers that you have there, you have to have it in random. Or,
Do we need a loop?
you could just ask for input. Of a number.
At this point, we can just ask for input, make sure it's a positive integer. If the number is even, we evaluate a new number as num divided by 2. We're doing integer division. How do we determine if a number is even? Mike, I should have you do something. I know you're just sitting there wanting to answer. How do we determine if a number is even? Let's take it one more step. And Sonia, do you know this one? How do you evaluate if a number is even? We've done it.
You have to, it should equal, in the code, it should have 0 or 2, or I don't know, but like, it should be a whole number. If it equals a whole number. So I.
But what operator do we use to determine if it equals a whole number? Modulus? Yeah, if it's modulus 2 and the remainder is 0, then it's even.
Yeah.
And here it is, else. I mean, this is pretty easy. Else, whoopsie. I don't want to comment that out. Else. And then we have the code right there. 3 times num plus 1. And with Python, the pseudocode is almost literally the code, more or less. Uh-oh. If number is not equal to 1, what is that about? Time for you, Mike.
Yeah, here we should have been using a loop to check, because we need to skip to step 2 if num not equals 1.
Yeah, which means we're eventually going to get to 1 and exit, but you're right. I think Ansonia said that earlier. We need a loop.
So, but loop should start in the beginning, like, because we are going through our chain, and if we come to 1, there is gonna be our condition to break the loop.
So we need probably a while loop.
Yes, because we don't know actual number of
Right, so,
pieces in the chain. And if number equals 1, so break.
oh, and actually, if we're gonna test at the end, we've not done this one, we probably do a do while loop.
But
I mean,
in
just,
Python, we don't have do while.
oh, we don't?
It's Python.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of something else, okay?
Maybe
So-
we can just use while true.
Right, because it'll come around
Yeah.
the next
because-
time and we just would have our test up here. This is if you're doing it on math, but in Python, we'd have to do that test here. If the number's not equal to 1, we go to here, otherwise we're out. And then if equals to 1, we are done. So far, so good? What are you thinking, Sonia?
And then for the L. Would be like, put it if equals.
Just a second, I need to bring my program back. Okay, which one? Right here? Otherwise, else?
Oh, okay, never mind. That's well, why would you not put else and then just like, continue, because is that if within the other if,
I'm not sure what you're asking.
like, when you have,
Like elif,
well,
else
kind of, but like, use the if and then the other, like, have the representative if. Is that how it would be? Or is it just like, is it just, because we could get the above.
Right,
Is it the same?
so these are part of the same statement.
Yeah, but are they inside from both the other if? Is the other if run and then they run? And then it goes to.
You're either going to have even or odd. Right? So if it's even, we go here. If it's odd, we go here. So we
Yeah.
could do else if and make another test,
simple.
but there's no other options. It's either odd or it isn't. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking or not.
Yeah.
Is that what you were asking?
No.
Okay, I'm not sure what you were asking.
consider
And it's later bid on, of course, then we would have to print our number. Print num. We could start on the list, but really, we just want to print it out as we go. I guess I can comment that out for now. So that's if you did it on paper. And in this case, class methods, what is all this business about? Do we have to start out with the class to solve this problem? No. Nope. We can just solve the problem first and then make it into a class, right?
Yeah.
And we went through a lot of this in Python. You may have to look up stuff. But you end up with this, and then I put in a little counter just to show how many steps there were in it. There's 4 in here and 62 in here and all that. Now there's the challenge. What starting number under 1 million produces the longest chain? Because the idea of the Collatz is the hypothesis says that regardless of the initial value of num, eventually you end up at 1. No one's actually proven it yet, as far as I know. But maybe you'll be the one that figures it out, right? Now that would be a project.
Good luck.
So I would solve it first like this, maybe hard code it for your first time around. And then create a class. And what I asked for was 2 separate classes. And if you're not sure how to do that, well, you would look it up, research it. It seems like I must have moved this to the wrong place. We don't do, yeah, I think I got this in the wrong order because I don't think we do classes until next week. Why did I put classes in there? We don't even do classes
In
as a
this
review.
one, we can do not class, we can do just separate module.
Yeah,
Just
I should
run,
probably
write
just change it.
simple functions in a different file and then just
Yep,
import them.
I'll change the directions to do that. Because I don't know why I have it. I think I had it in a different part of the class.